All right, beautiful souls. I am so excited to dig into the final episode of 2024. This is so wild. I was just doing some quantum energy exercises and I'm like, aren't we already in 2025? So it's wild to me that I'm recording this in 24 because I've already been tapped into the energy of 25. So I'm so excited to just cap off this incredible year with an incredible episode all about the power of community and leaning into community and how to actually really lean into that space to help build everything that you most desire to build, but also how to heal some deep, wounds that we have on the way of building our empire and the thing that we desire to build most. So I am so excited to dig into this incredible topic. I know a lot of people talk about community, the power of connections, all of these things. And yes, those are all incredible and we'll cover all of that. But something else that I think is really potent and powerful to dig into is the power of leaning in to community when it comes to forgiveness, when it comes to deep healing, when it comes to, taking your business to the next level. All of this matters when we lean into spaces like mentorship or just even best friends that have our highest interest in mind, that are unbiased, that, love us unconditionally. This is where the power of community really comes in and where some of the most potent work that we can do around our business can really amplify. So, one of the things that I think is really powerful when we think about community is, we're all going through things personally as we're building our business. And I think sometimes if you're tuning in, my assumption is that you're building something that feels so in alignment with your soul. You're the brave one, you're the strong one, you're the one that's always kind of going first, you're a leader. And so sometimes where that can leave you is a lot of people just assume that you're okay. You're out there doing the brave thing and everything seems like it's fine and you're helping everyone else. But sometimes people forget to check on you. Right. And so this is definitely where I found myself very recently, where it's like, I'm the one that goes first. I'm like, yes, let's do this. I'm brave. I'm strong. I'm ready to, activate my dreams and heal what's in the way and, do all the things that I need to fully self actualize in this lifetime. But simultaneously, sometimes I forget that I need some support too. And I had this really beautiful experience, recently where I went over to a friend's house. She invited us over and went over there. And I thought it was so interesting because, as we're over there, one of the things that was really beautiful is she was like, I just really want to acknowledge you for the past year that you've had and how difficult I can only imagine that that's been. And it really struck me when she said that because she was referring to the fact that I've had 3 miscarriages over a 10-month period. And it really struck me all of a sudden, like, wow, I think I've really been suffering in silence. Like, I don't think I've really been talking about it to people that aren't my healer and aren't my husband, And, I was recognizing how good it felt to be seen as not just the happy go lucky, brave one that's out there doing her thing. Like, it felt really good to be witnessed in, all of me, even my, deepest, darkest, saddest moments. And so, it was a really healing night. I found myself, crying and in tears and, she was holding space for that. And she was like, I'm so sorry that, I haven't been there over the past year. I think I just haven't known what to say. And I love you and I'm here for you. And if you ever need anything, please reach out. And I'm not just saying that please reach out. And it was this like really beautiful moment where I just recognized how much I actually needed the people closest to me to acknowledge what has been going on over the last year. It's felt like this elephant in the room that no one's talking about. And then, my mindset is like, I don't want to bring down the energy in the room. I feel guilty about, everything I'm going through, like without even really thinking about it. I think that was just kind of my default of like, think about the positive, focus on as other people, ask them questions about themselves. And I just found no one was asking me about the experience. So I just wasn't talking about it. So I was really suffering in silence. And to be witnessed in that was incredibly freeing. And so I share this to say, one, check on your strong friends. One of my close friends, Jenna Phillips Ballard, has always said that check on your strong friends. And I think that it's so important for us to actually do that, to really tune in and to check in on the people that we assume have it all together. It's sometimes these like masculine figures in our life too, our husbands, our partners, they carry some, heavy burdens too. And they're wanting to be that rock and that pillar. And I find that we are the same. We're wanting to be the rock and the pillar and the strength. And, you know, sometimes the strongest thing that we can do is soften into another. And I've been getting these beautiful downloads about how powerful that can really be and how brave being vulnerable in that way can really be. And so I'm here to say, business growth is not linear. It's not all, manifestation and unicorns and all of these things. We have really heavy and hard things that happen in our life, and we need these people that we can depend on to be there for us. And sometimes what that means is we go first. This friend that reached out to me and was like, I'm here for you. She, 3 months ago had a really terrible accident, and I was the one reaching out to her saying, I'm at the grocery store. Can I get you anything? Like, what can I do? And so sometimes us doing that little thing first can be a catalyst for someone else showing up for us in a really beautiful and powerful way. And whether or not that was one of the reasons why she did it, I don't know. But I think that sometimes it's really powerful for us to go first, or for us to voice what we really need, to see who can show up for us, to see who can support us, to surround ourselves with healers that can support us and hold space for, our darkest wounds and our heaviest moments. I do this for people all day, every day. And I was realizing, I needed more myself, and it's like I've been leaning in with my own healer, but it's like to be recognized by even the people that I'm like physically close to felt like a really powerful moment. So all this to say, community is so powerful. We can lean into community for mentorship, for healing, for just simply being seen. And so, my invitation to you is to see other people. We can get so caught up in our day to day and grinding and building and wanting, to manifest this next thing. And sometimes we forget about the people that we care about most. And it's like, ultimately, why are we building in the first place? Why do we desire money in the first place? We desire these things because we think it will give us something else. Joy, time freedom, relaxation, the ability to be present with our family, our presence with our husbands, our partners, our ability to be intimate with them and to be there with them and to be able to, buy things for people that we love, because not for the thing, but because of how that makes them feel. Maybe it's an experience. Maybe it's safety, right? We're paying for our children's school that's safe. And that feels so good to us, right? And so it's not about the thing that we think it is. It's not about the money or the gift. It's about, how does that make me feel? What ultimately is that giving me? And that's the thing that we're really going after. And so the power in that is, we're not meant to do it alone. We're meant to do it in community. We're meant to surround ourselves with people that love us, that, want to support us. And so I've just found, as I've been reflecting over the last couple months, closing out 2024, some of the most potent and powerful relationships and the most important moments of this year have been around people, people that have shown up for me, people that, I've laughed with, that I've cried with, that have really seen me in all of me and welcomed all of me. I had a really close friend move to Dallas, and it's like every time we go to dinner, it's like there's laughter and there's tears and there's depth and there's, a deepening into a realization. And it's just been the most beautiful, nourishing experience this year of just deepening into relationships. And so my invitation to you is to really get clear on, what is it that I'm wanting to build in 2025, and why do I want to build that thing? What is the why, and how can I start to activate that why now? So if the reason you desire to make 6, 7, 8 figures in your business is because ultimately you want more time with your family, how can you start to be more present with your family now? Right? Sometimes we get so fixated on, I need to build the 7-figure thing or the 8-figure thing or the 6-figure thing, that we're in the living room with our family, but we're on our phone trying to do something else. So we're losing the plot. And the more that we can access that feeling of what we're really after, the more ease the thing the other thing can flow in because we're in a high vibrational state. We're present, we're loving, we're connected. And when we're in that high vibrational state, it allows for the other things that we desire as well to manifest with so much more ease. So, my invitation to you is one, check on your strong friends, two, get clear on what it is that you're desiring to manifest and why, and start activating that why now. Right. And my next one is, as you're starting to really tune into what are the things that I desire to release from 2024 and really step into in 2025, I invite you to join to catch the replay of the quantum vision boarding experience that we just did yesterday. So if you go in the show notes and you click the link for quantum vision boarding experience, it's going to be something that will absolutely blow your mind. My goal for that whole experience was so that people could release what was in the way of what they wanted and fully step in to the thing that they've desired most now, and to place beautiful quantum energy around this to initiate quantum leaping, right? For them to really step into that next level version of themselves right now. So it was so potent. It was so powerful. I'm so grateful for everyone who stepped into that space. So if you missed the live version, I 10 out of 10 recommend sign up for that now so you can catch that replay, because it was so potent and so powerful. And I was so excited to witness a release of the things that were holding people back in this last year, and a fully immersing and stepping into what they desire in 2025 now. Right. And the more that we can activate that energy now, the easier it is to manifest that into our 3D reality now. Because what we're doing when we're visualizing and connecting to that future timeline, we are essentially telling our mind, body, and spirit that that is already happening. So now our 3D reality is starting to say, oh, if that's happening, let me reverse engineer how to get all of the things that are in your 3D reality to get to that place now. Because now that's your new reality. So how can I get this to match that? So now things are being rearranged because we've stepped into quantum energy. We've stepped into a way of releasing what's been in the way, a way of really activating the thing that we desire most. So it was so potent and so powerful. And I cannot wait for you to step into this space and receive that beautiful magic. And ultimately, what that means is for you to receive your deepest level of why in 2025. This is the year that you fully self-actualize. No more playing small, no more holding on to these old generational patterns or past life wounds. It's time to release those now. Because this is the life that I believe you came here to fully self-actualize. Fully self-actualize. If you can see it in your mind's eye, you were meant to create that. It is already happening on a different timeline. So now we get to release everything that's in the way for you to fully step into that thing that you desire most. And I believe 2025 is the year that that is happening. And so I'm so grateful to gift this experience to you. So click the link below, join in on that experience, DM me, let me know what you think when you lean into the experience. You can always DM me at Instagram at I am Christina Deering. I would love to hear what your deepest release was and what you're manifesting in and what has come to fruition by simply leaning into that replay. It's so potent, so powerful. And I truly, it's my soul's work. I bring my soul into every single thing that I do. And I'm so grateful, because what that means is I'm just simply allowing God, source, universe to move through me to allow for the most potent energetic healings and the most potent energetic stepping into that next timeline, right? So I'm sending you so much light and love. I'm so grateful, speaking of community, for this incredible community, for all of you, for you tuning in and listening, for you receiving something so beautiful from the space, for you, almost opening that medicine cabinet and receiving the medicine that your soul is desiring most. That is my intention for every single episode. Allow this to be like a medicine cabinet. Allow this to be the thing that you step into, and you can take that and make it yours and start to really amplify the thing that you most desire by prescribing yourself the thing that's going to take you to the next level. So I am eternally grateful for you and sharing your most precious resource with us, your time. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my soul to yours. And I cannot wait to see what we manifest in 2025 together. Mwah.